Okay, let's just give it a try. Hey, let's give it a try. Come on. It's a game. I like games. Let's just do it. Great. That's a great thing. Hey, thanks for the opportunity. You're welcome. This 17, that's exactly how many there are. You got it. I really like it. There's an amazing thing that you can do is, that's a very interesting pitch. That's a very interesting angle. Very interesting design for once. Boom. Yes, I like it. Everything has already been said, but because people don't listen, we have to repeat. I gave you 2, so subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want the last one. I'm so bad at this, but subscribe to my channel. This is good. Say that when you have to pitch your stuff. Best pitch and demo so far. I really like it. How do you know we have many people in my head? I need a demo. You're really reading my mind. I love it. I don't know. It gives me the Tinder vibes with the pink and the now we can talk. That's so much easier. Why don't you just say that? This and you. Type thank you. I'm terrible at this. Please. Don't unsubscribe from my channel, guys. I'm a startup advisor. Special kudos for you. For HDAD Minds. Am I one? I don't know. Yes. Interesting. Your business? My business? Go live under 60 seconds? Damn. The platform. Me like it? That's what I do. I don't understand. Good points for you. That's loading. A few moments later. Everyone has a hi, guys. Just forget about it. I like it. They're gonna see that in the video. Don't call it Vista. People will remember Windows Vista, and that's a very bad memory. Just get it out there. See how more powerful it is? Hello, thanks for the opportunity. You are welcome. One good point, man. Hey, that was legit funny. But do they have to write comments? 50 plus? Guys, it's gonna take me the entire day to do so. I can't get it done with a T. I guess I'm gonna have to need some Red Bull. You're a founder, a solopreneur, a startupper, and you want to build something, or you've built something and you're looking for feedback, clarity, advice, audit, you are watching the right video. My name is Riley Riles. I'm a startup advisor and investor. That's me here. And what you're about to watch is the pitch your startup or product to get free visibility and feedback. So every Tuesday, I'm going to drop a post on Reddit and X, collect all of your pitch and projects and descriptions, and I'm going to give you a free feedback on your pitch and on your landing page. And eventually, if I can play a little bit with your demo app, I'm also going to give you feedback for that. If you like this kind of format, if you're willing to seek more of this kind of format, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Drop me a little comments to let me know that you liked it. Give it a little like. And let's get started, because we have more than 40 projects in this first session. If your project is listed down below, check on the time code of the chapters to find where is yours. I gave you about 5 minutes each, and this video is super long, but I hope it's gonna be full value for you guys. Let's get started. Go. So let's have a look at how many results we have. 50 plus. Guys, it's gonna take me the entire day to do so. I can't get it done with a T. I guess I'm gonna have to need some Red Bull. And by the way, Red Bull, if you want to sponsor my videos, reach out to me. Okay, 57 pitch. Man, I love this. So first of all, shout out to everyone who submitted their pitch or their product or their video. It takes courage to put your stuff out there in public. So kudos to everyone. And let's have a look at what we have here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by having a look at the oldest one, first in, first served. All right, first one. What is the Deadsec Project? It's the live adaptation of Watchdog games that brings mobile hacking into life. Website, blah, blah, blah. I'll check the website in a second. So here's the product description and the tool in case you want to know more about blah, 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 blah. Oh, man, that's not a pitch. That's not even an executive summary, but I'm going to have a look at that. Toolkit summary. The toolkit includes following main categories and tools: basic toolkit, Android app launcher, network toolkit, footprint finder, extra content, file converter, Fox connection, settings, blah, 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 mods. Okay, a couple of mods, back camera settings, social media, fake pages, etc., etc. Okay, cool. So just from having a look at your pitch, you definitely got an interesting hook. Live adaptation of the Watchdog games. That got me really curious, and I know the Watchdog series. So that got me really curious. For those who don't know, Watch Dogs is a game, I think, from Ubisoft. Correct me in the comments. But it's a kind of a, what is the term? It's a kind of a Assassin's Creed, but for hackers. So definitely that's an interesting hook, but something's missing to it. So what is the value proposition? What is the value proposition of this? And what would people gonna get by playing your game? I know that you said that brings mobile hacking into life, but you want to be a bit more explicit because mobile hacking already exists in real life. Watchdog was copying it, so you need to find an angle to make it clear. That being said, I'm gonna have a look at the website. Disclaimer, terms of use. Okay, interesting. That gives it a little bit of a role play kind of thing. I'm gonna accept that. Okay, so right from the top, it's super hard to read. Like those words are blending with the title. See, I can't get it done. Kind of strange. So probably you want to fix your header. Or maybe it's not fully adjusted to mobile. This could be the reason. Yeah, no, it doesn't work because even if I stretch it, like the title is hiding some of that stuff. But I see the artistic direction. Very interesting. Problem I have here is I actually have nothing. So I was expecting a nice video, maybe kind of a trailer, just like with the game. When you start a video game, they usually give you a cinematic onboarding to tell you a little bit more about the lore and these kind of things. And so walk us through what's going to happen. So your landing page kind of falls flat. So you want to work a little bit more on that. And keep in mind that some of the people may not be used to the dev aspect of the things. And so they could be afraid or scared of installation, GitHub, and those kind of things. So that also takes me back to who's your ideal client. So here in your pitch, it should say the Deadsec Project takes the Watchdog games into your mobile phone by making you go full onto hacking, ideal for coders who just want to play outside of Visual Studio or something like that. But you want to identify that avatar and you want to talk to that person so that they can recognize themselves and then play with that. Boom, I hope it helped you. Let's move to the next one. I just launched a little tool called Hovercard. It adds a clean hover preview to normal links on your website. Blah, 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 blah. I just launched a little tool called Hovercard. Okay, so I understand what that is. So for people who don't know, hover is this action where you put your cursor, your mouse, on something and it gives you a little bit of information. Like there's a pop-in information that appears and stuff like that. So now the problem I have with this pitch is, well, we can remove the I just launched a little tool called Hovercard because that's not how you introduce it. Like nobody cares that you just launched it. Nobody cares that it's a little tool. But it adds a clean hover previews to normal links on your website. So what I'm thinking when I read this is, isn't that what it's already supposed to happen? Our website aren't supposed to have like hovers on their website and stuff like that. And so what I'm trying to say here is, what is the added value of Hovercard compared to what's already working? You had a good idea because you've identified something and now you're building something better. And so it's easier to get into this market as opposed to creating a new solution. So that's a couple of points for you. But now I don't understand why Hovercard is better and how it's better. And the other thing that I don't understand is who would be interested in using Hovercards. Is it for the web developer or is it for the designer to have a look at that and then implement it? So you need to answer that in your pitch. Now let's have a look at the website. Okay, I like the first impression. I like the sort of look and feel of the website. It's clean, it's not messy. Something cool happened here. Turn boring links into smart previews in seconds. This is a way better value proposition than what you pitched me on Reddit. Turn boring links into smart previews in seconds. I really like it. It's now just missing the avatar. Who are you talking to? But aside of that, that's really cool. Is that the hover? Okay. Paste any URL, get a hover-powered link, drop it anywhere. Okay, paste any URL, get a hover-powered link, drop it anywhere. Very, very, very interesting second value proposition. One script, zero maintenance, pure magic on hover. I also like this one. I'm a little bit afraid of what is that one script, because now you're talking technical and you want to avoid that. Because again, you're not calling your avatar. But I have the hover on this and try for yourself. So I'm going to do it again. Boom. Yes, I like it. This is really neat. I really like this. I really like this because then now we're showing the stuff. I would try to put more emphasis on this particular line because right now, if I look at it, this is the first thing I see. Then this is the second thing I see. Then this is the third thing I see. And then finally, you'll try it out is the fourth thing I see. And what you want to do ideally is get it to position number 2 or 3 maximum. So I would remove this line and eventually put it under so that people can focus on trying it because that's what you want them to do right away. Boom, trying it yourself. And I love it. This is really cool stuff. Shout out to you for implementing this. I find this idea really cool. And then I love you have it. Hey, you know what? You want to try with your own link? Just do it here. Really, really good. Really, really good. I don't even have honestly, at this stage, you've convinced me. I don't want to even go further in the website. I just want to grab a URL and slap it on here to see what it goes. So Hovercard, best pitch and demo so far. I really like it. I'm not going to even go further than that. I'm just going to pause it here. Number 3, I'm building Loverank.com, an AI SEO agent that automatically finds keywords, writes articles, publishes them to your blog. I was used to be a solo founder, but this time we are 2 co-founders. I don't know if it's a typo or you made it on purpose, but I respect that. So I'm gonna remove the I'm building Loverank because that's not part of the pitch. You're missing the hook. AI SEO agent that automatically finds keyword, write article, blah 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 blah. Okay, so what's missing here is you're not starting from the problem. Is your problem that you are a solo founder with limited resources and now with this thing it feels like you have an entire team working with you? If that's the angle, if that's the problem you're tackling, you should start with that. Don't start with the solution. Start with the problem because people are going to identify the problem first and then jump to the solution. Nobody goes to the doctor and says, hey, doctor, can you prescribe me 20 milligrams of blah, blah, blah. They always go to the doctor and they say, hey, I have a pain in my shoulder. And so if you write an ad and you say, hey, do you have a pain in your shoulder? We have the fix for you. Then you'll get their attention. So it's the same thing here. You want to say, hey, you're a solo founder and you're struggling to get visibility and impressions on the internet and backlinks and blah, 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 blah. I was just like you. And I fixed it by building Loverank. And then you say, Loverank is a tool leveraging AI that automatically blah, 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 blah. You see where I'm going with this? Boom, let's have a look at your website. Okay, Loverank. Oh, I love the little animation that you have here. First impression, this was like a dating website. I don't know, it gives me the Tinder vibes with the pink and the little stuff. I don't know if it's on purpose, but that makes you stand out. So kudos to you. Okay, so the problem I have with your value proposition is that you're using hype keywords, AI SEO, AI agent, and the reality is, who's your solo founder? Is your solo founder a technical person? Because if your solo founder is not a technical person, AI SEO is probably not going to resonate with them, and AI agent even less. So you may actually scare them by dropping some technicalities here. And so what you want to do is, how would you explain this to your grandmother so that she gets the value of it? So probably rephrase that. If I were you, clarify your avatar, clarify your ideal client, see if they are technical or not, see if they understand AI agent and AI SEO platform. If not, you need to find words that resonate to them. Be discovered on Google and AI search engines, blah, 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 blah. This is a much better value proposition. Be discovered on Google, blah, 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 without lifting a finger, because that is going to talk to someone and not the fact that you have built an AI agent. So I would definitely switch this sentence with the previous one and flip it so that people get the value right away. Start for free, like it. Let's see what we have here. Okay, then we have a login and everything. Cool. I see that you try to put social proof. I see that you have happy plus customers. I don't know if it's true, but if it is, that's awesome. I would drop a couple of social proof videos if you can pull out a couple of people say, hey, I've been using Lovable for the next 2 months. Man, it saved me 20 hours, may save me 40 hours. Then you have something cool. If you have 3 to 10 people who agree to give you like a little 1-2 minute testimonial video giving you the outcome, like what was the return on investment, you have something good. If you can't get this, then ask them for a literal text testimonial that you can copy paste and put it here and show it right up front. Here, I don't know if it's a social proof or stuff like that. Oh no, these are custom integrations, so you connect it to these things. Okay, I would change the title and put it before the logos because it feels like you're saying WordPress, Webflow, and stuff like that are using Loverank, which is not the case. Common obstacles, one unified solution. Common obstacles, one unified solution. Paying for separate keywords and tools, blah, 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 blah. Consolidate your entire content journey. This is not... Okay, I thought this would be clickable and gives you the impression that you can click on it, so this happens. Yeah, it's a bit unclear because this problem is not connected to the solution. So 2 things. You're either saying these things are fixing all the problems here. And if it's the case, then you probably just want to highlight that much more and just highlight these 3 problems in a separate way. But if some of these things are specifically addressed by 1 or 2 of these things, then you want to connect them together. Because I don't know which is this direct platform publishing solving this or solving this or solving this. And again, right now I'm taking 5 minutes to have a look at your website. In reality, people will give you 45 seconds. If you don't hook them, they'll probably move on. So it really has to be super explicit and you have to chew the information for them. So they barely have to digest it. The system behind your growth, comprehensive, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is very classic stuff. Unlock your SEO growth. Okay, so this is very classic. Show a demo of how your tool works. Let me see like the agent does everything for me, and walk me through that stuff. Show, not tell. Okay, next one. Launch your startup, reach 25K plus makers, get users and customers. Lifetime pack, 500 plus customers so far. Okay, so for this one, it's interesting. So I'm gonna highlight the couple of good stuff in here. I like the fact that you have 500 plus customers so far. That's a good social proof. I like there some of the terms that you're using are very clear and simple, like get users and customers. That's really powerful. Launch your startup. This one is a bit ambiguous. I'm not trying to understand what it means. Reach 25,000 plus makers. So I like the 12,000 plus because that's an interesting number. I don't understand what maker is. Are you talking about people who use Make? Are you talking about people who are building stuff? And when building stuff, is it like digital, like developers? Or is it like wood carver people? So here, I'm not sure about your avatar, your ideal client. Lifetime pack as well. Like, I don't know what's inside the product. So how can I understand what's in the lifetime pack? So there's a little bit of too many informations here that you could probably want to take to the next level. But what I would suggest you to do at this stage, and you have something that others don't, is that you have 500 plus customers. So there's an amazing thing that you can do is you can reach out to those 500 people and send them a survey and ask them, if you had to present the top value of Microlaunch to a friend, how would you present it? And get those 500 customers to tell you how they would describe your solution and the benefit of your solution. Because that's a crazy good leverage. Because I can bet you my Coke right here that none of them is going to present it like you just did. But the thing is, you are not your customer. So leverage your customers to get them to tell you what is the number one, number two, and number three top value that your tool is providing. The second thing is you want to clarify here the ICP. Who are those customers? And get it down to a very, very specific persona. Okay, let's have a look at the tool. I see the value proposition right away. Lunch and get stuff. I also see the little number one product hunt of the day. That's a good. That's an interesting social proof. Now let's have a look at that. Lunch and get traffic, sales, impressions, blah blah. Okay, Microsoft. Type. Microlaunch helps you get reviews, exposure, and first sales over 30 days. Discover a premium pack and get long-term traffic and sales. Okay, I would probably here in your second tagline, I would probably focus on what's the most important thing that people want out of it, and just hammer that: reviews, exposure, and first sales. But it's not bad. So I'm really going into the details here. Let's have a look at the rest of the stuff. So 500 startups and founders. See, or here you're talking about founders, startup, and founders. So what would be nice is to drill down to what kind of startup and what kind of founders you're looking for. They support us. Okay, interesting. I would probably remove the animated banner and just like slap 2 lines of logos so it's easier to check on. Launch now, sell long term. Launch your product, get exposure, blah blah. Okay, this is really good because then it explains. I still don't understand what launch means. That's a bit ambiguous. All-time reach, get tractions with Microlaunch, 250k plus, unique users, blah blah blah. Okay, these are really good numbers. It's a little bit hard to read. So if you could probably make the font slightly thicker, because people like me, we have hard time reading. It's practically impossible for me to read this. The contrast is way too low, and you should probably just use like a purple color to highlight that stuff. But again, that's my UX engineering hat. Get your pro launch. Give your product the visibility they deserve. Pro launch popular. Okay, this is a strange thing because the way you've designed that screen kind of suggests there are multiple pricing, but you show only one. It's even stranger because you said it's popular. If it's the only one, it obviously is the most popular. So that's a strange layout for pricing because that's usually the pricing that you use when you want to show up at least three stuffs. What founder says, I would definitely bump this up a bit higher, but I like it. Same thing if you can get people on videos to comment on these things, that's even better, and grab their word and emotions. That would be really cool. FAQ, try Microlaunch Premium today, blah blah blah. And same thing, you don't mention about the lifetime package here, so maybe this is something you want to put out there. But that's a good pitch and a good presentation. Boom. Let's have a look at this one. Hey, I'm building NeatTicks, a real-time trading journal that allows you to tag your trades as you make them. I'm aiming to make it super fast, support real-time trades, and allow note-taking and adding tags using voice note. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, classic thing here. I don't understand the problem that you're solving. Why do we need a real-time trading journal? That's the first thing. The second thing is who needs a real-time journal? And then what is your secret sauce? So you give a little bit of it. You say make it super fast, support real-time trades, allow note-taking and stuff like that. But how fast is that? Because you don't give us enough information so we can benchmark it. So again, what problem are you solving? Who you're solving for? And what is special about your secret sauce? Now let's have a look at the website. Trading journal in real time. Okay, man, I see everyone is using the same LLM to create websites. They all look the same. That's terrible. Okay, trading journal redefined, perfected. Okay, this is way too marketing because it doesn't really explain what people can get out of it. Like if I show this to your grandmother, what would she think? I like to join the 50 traders on the waiting list. I like the fact that you have a waiting list. Special kudos for you. So that you don't build the stuff and realize nobody wants it. Beautiful, blazing fast, and truly real time, blah, 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 blah. Again, this is Apple style of marketing, but you're not Apple. Make it more explicit. What is it that we are actually doing here? Real time, experience real time. Okay. I get it. This could be your journal in 30 seconds. Okay, this is an interesting demo. I like it. I just like it. Maybe give it a look and feel of a journal, because it's pretty much the same screen here and here, but this should look a bit more like a journal so people get it. Nothing you don't. Okay, that's a good punchline. Build for speed, delight for design, real-time trade updates, mental discipline, build mental discipline before markets open, control psychology, blah, blah, blah. Unlimited trades, unlimited brokers, unlimited strategies. Okay, I kind of see where you're going with these kind of things. But again, I don't understand what problem it solves. How it works. Trade normally. See instantly. I'm not sure it's simplifying the stuff. Okay, maybe now I have the full demo. Buy, boom, boom, boom. Trading journal. Getting a couple of notes. Okay, it's not clear to me. Maybe because there's this interface that looks too much the same. It's too consistent, so I don't see really the difference from the trade app to the journal. And yeah, how is that a problem? Ready to transform, blah, 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 security and privacy, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Try to focus on, help me understand, what is it that I'm missing? What is my opportunity cost here? That's it. Let's go. Building ReputaFlow AI power tools that turns customer interactions into authentic testimonials automatically. Would love your feedback. Yes. AI power tools that turns customer interactions into authentic testimonials automatically. This is an interesting value proposition, so I'm going to give you a couple of points for that, because that's definitely a problem I can easily understand and identify. Customer interactions into authentic testimonials. So now, again, what is the problem that you're solving? Are you solving the getting more testimonials, getting faster testimonials, getting testimonials without any effort? So it needs to be a bit clearer for me. Then who is it for? Try to focus on a particular market as a start, because then it's going to help you get it done. But you got me curious, so I'm going to have a look at it. Turn every customer interaction into actionable feedback, because the interesting thing is the interaction. How do you turn an interaction into customer feedback? So let's have a look at that. Checks their email. Okay. Okay, I get it. That's not what I had in mind, but at the same time, I didn't have much in mind because it was not clear. So it's really, the system is really reaching out to your users for you and interacting with them to get you the feedback. That's not what I had in mind when you wrote turn every customer interaction into feedback. Because for me, customer interaction is really, they're using my product or they're using my website, and I'm sort of capturing stuff and then transforming that into feedback. What I see from your demo is a system on autopilot that reaches out to your customers, have a conversation with them in order to extract a feedback, which is great. This is a really cool idea. I really want to see it working. I really want to see it in production. But I think the tagline is a bit misleading, and the demo takes a little bit of time to settle. So you really need to focus like for 15 seconds to really understand what's happening. So maybe like having it in the form of a video and maybe like a little bit of a voiceover could help. But good. I like it. That's a very interesting project. Here are 5 reasons going to business to choose blah, blah, blah. Okay. Cool. Automatically custom. Okay, that's really cool. Frequently asked questions. Okay, okay. Interesting. So what I'm curious now is it live or are you collecting feedback and testimonials? Pricing. Okay. It's missing a little bit of a social proof. So I would definitely drop, or maybe I just missed it. No, yeah, you just I missed it. Oh, maybe that's the stuff. Okay, yeah, it's not. I didn't get it. This is your test. This is your own testimonials. It would be nice to have a bit more of them because your tool is about getting testimonials. So your website should show testimonials, and see what we can do for that. But interesting idea. Interesting idea. Give you a couple of extra points for that. Boom. Let's have a look at the next idea. An AI governance platform. Everyone is building AI application, but very few are thinking about the regulation looming over their heads. It's a platform that helps making your AI governed and compliant by design without having to lift a finger. That's a very interesting pitch. That's a very interesting angle. I like it. I like it. Now, same thing. I kind of understand the problem. Because the problem is like, okay, you may be building something that is not compliant. I would push a little bit more on the wound. Tell people what can happen if they don't build compliance AI. And so it's essentially something like, you build this AI, it's not compliant, and now you have to start all over again. Or even you can face like fines or even get sued or something like that. So really put the potential risk behind this. Like people will be wasting time, people will be wasting money, people will be wasting reputation and stuff like that. So that you want to do. AI governance platform could be ambiguous. Who would typically use your product? If it's everyone, you probably want to make it a bit clearer than just AI governance. But you definitely piqued my curiosity, so let's have a look at that. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. The loading of the website was a bit strange because the value proposition didn't appear right at the beginning. Your AI, your rules, one platform. I have no idea what that means. No idea. I like the ISO stuff in the back because it takes about regulations and stuff like that. You build powerful AI. We make sure it's safe, fair, lawful. Okay, this is a much better value proposition. It's much clearer. So I would probably switch the two. And because of your cookie stuff, I didn't fully saw it. Okay, let's scroll to see what we have. The Enterprise AI Challenge. Okay, so if you're going for enterprise, I hope you have good foundation and a really good network. Because selling to enterprise is extremely hard. I've worked in big tech and international consulting, and most of our clients were corporations, enterprise, and we had a lead time of sometimes 9 months to get a contract signed. So be cautious of that. Like if you're a solo developer, or if you guys are a small team, surround yourself with people who know the enterprise world and have the connections, because it's not easy to get in. It's definitely not easy to get in. You're gonna have to go through compliance and these kind of things, and it takes a lot of time. Multiple AI providers framework increase cost, blah blah blah. Okay, but you talk about the challenge. That's good. The Difinity answer, unified APIs, blah blah blah. Okay, so this is no, it's okay. It's okay. Two powerful pillars: the hub, the Difinity flow. Difinity combines centralized governance with runtime enforcement to give you a complete control over your enterprise. Man, I didn't understand that sentence, and I'm an engineer. Centralized governance with runtime enforcement to give you a complete control. Okay. Same thing. Who are you talking to? Like, who in the enterprise is going to be having a look at that and say, okay, let's buy it? It is very likely that the people who is going to buy is not the people who is going to use the stuff. So make sure you're talking the language of the CFO and not the language of the CTO. Or find a way to talk to both. How Difinity works. I would definitely bump this a bit higher. The contrast is not great. It's hard for me to read. The first one. App Exchange Hub API, token secure flow, GWT, okay, Jira, okay. Flow API makes it an API call, policy enforcement, okay, model running, okay. This is probably where, like, if I, what did I do? Let's just go back. This is probably where I would drop a call to action with, like, book a call so we can explain you a bit more how these things work. Because that one scheme is a bit light. Enterprise grade security and compliance. SOC to okay, IP compliant agent on-prem. Healthcare data protection. Okay, yeah, you don't have it. Okay, because I was like, well, that's impressive. Okay, simple, transparent pricing, pay-as-you-go model, no hidden fees, blah blah. If you're selling to enterprise, you don't even need to show the price of your solution. This is where you put a call to action. If you're interested in knowing more about this and how we price the stuff, let's jump on a call. Because the strategy is you want to size the opportunity before dropping a pricing. I don't know if you've tested this before. I don't know how many clients you have, but this is something where you have to probably go. I would strongly suggest to go with a value-based pricing, and in order to do that, you need to identify the value that you're bringing to the enterprise. Boom, boom, boom. Request early access. Okay, cool. Boom. Okay, next pitch. Boom, there we go. Building a platform to help founders validate ideas and find leads directly on Reddit. Interesting. For every idea you had, we scan Google keywords, results, and Reddit posts in order to pull out what people are excited about, what they're struggling with, and what they actually ask for. We turn it into structured. Once you set it up, blah, blah, if someone shows interest, you get a notification. Basically, early customer discovery on autopilot. Okay, we also got a library of 1.5K startup ideas, mined from about 100 subs in total. That's a very cool idea. So I'm going to give you a couple of points for that. I kind of disagree a little bit with the format. Remember, I'm a startup advisor. I've been in the startup world for about 15 years. And the classic mistake is founders go hunting for ideas when they should be hunting for problems. But the way you framed your solution indicates that you're still digging up problems and displaying this to founders, so which is a good thing. Building a platform to help founders validate ideas, find leads directly on Reddit. I would say the pitch is a bit weak. I like the value proposition, help founders validate ideas. I would probably add a time frame, help founders validate ideas in 14 days or 7 days, and get up to 100 leads without leaving Reddit. Like, imagine this. Help founders validate ideas in less than 7 days and get up to 100 leads without leaving Reddit. See how more powerful it is? All right, so let's have a look at the platform. The platform, build products that people actually want. Oh, this looks like a chat GPT interface. Me like it. It's kind of strange because when I click, yeah, so it's a bit hard to see the input here because there's the I at the beginning. So you probably want to get rid of that. It's a little bit of a UX cosmetic error. Startup, unlimited startup mentorship for first time founders. That's what I do. All right, almost there. Just one more tap. Okay, so I clearly need to log in with the Google. Processing. Here it is. Okay, classic running stuff. Doing some shit. Can take up to 10 minutes to complete the analysis. Please stand by. So what do we have here? Unlimited startup mentorship. Idea validation score 6 out of 10. Execution. The opportunity is real, but success depends on the smart execution. Absolutely, that is true. Focus on positioning, UX, and targeting early adopters. I don't see what the UX has to do with that. The idea shows medium signals, especially in pain intensity and market demand categories. These are the levers you can lean on. Pain intensity, multiple pain points are explicitly, okay, that's cool. Solution fit, Okay. Interesting. Market demand, feasibility, no clear discussion on technical. Okay. User acquisition, founders express skepticism towards existing mentorship platform. Okay, that's really cool. Okay. Market resilience, search volume. Let me see. Yeah. Side hustles and projects. First time solo founder. Okay, ideal customer profile. That's interesting. First time solo founder seeking technical mentorship. Key frustrating difficulty, committed, skill set. Skilled technical co-founders or mentor, lack of clarity on startup basics, product market fit, and fundraising processes, feeling isolated and overwhelmed. Imagine, yeah, that's absolutely true. I came up with the same fact: desired outcomes, access curated, reliable mentorship, till the first time founder. Yeah, absolutely. That's actually good. That's actually really good. Let me capture that so I can compare it to my notes. Hey, why not? Boom. Let's have a look at that. Reddit examples. Where can I learn the basic of tech startups as a complete beginner? I will not promote. First-time founders unsure of trying to find co-founder. I will know. Looking for a technical co-founder. Let's build a startup together. Okay. I guess if I click on this. Ooh. 18 days ago. Okay. Nice. View all 5. Okay, so you have a couple of stuff. Detailed breakdown of Reddit communities analyzed in data section. Okay, so where you got that stuff. Okay, community breakdown, startup, entrepreneur, side project, startup ideas. Interesting. SaaS doesn't show up in there. 108. Okay. 110. Okay, very interesting. Okay, so here's the thing. I've seen a couple of projects like this. I like the way you lay out things. Now, I think the solution is really hard to use alone without any training. So I would typically have a button and call to action that would get me a consulting call with one of you guys so that you can walk me through the document and help me understand, okay, what should I do from this? Because the last thing is you give out a playbook, but you're not sure that the person got it and got 100% of it. And that's a little bit of my situation right now, because I look at this and I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do with that? So have a look at that, but very interesting. Next project, Chit fund management for small financier. I don't understand, so I'm just gonna click on it. Simplify your Chit fund management. I have no idea what a Chit fund is. Let me know in the comments down below. An intuitive platform designed specifically for Chit fund managers to organize, track, and grow their funds with ease. Well, at least your avatar is very clear. It's Chit fund managers, which is great. Now, active Chit funds, total members, this month, total value. The interface looks cool. I'm just not sure what is their problem initially. So what's wrong with Chit fund managers so that they need your solution? Then again, this is like classic template website where users say Chit fund has transformed. I manage my Chit funds. Everything is so streamlined now. I'm not sure people really use the word streamlined. The automated reminders saved me countless hours of manual follow-ups with members. Save me countless. Okay, that's an interesting value proposition. I would probably double down on that. It would be nice to be able to put number of hours on that. Tracking payments and disbursal has never been easier. Highly recommend. Same thing. I've never heard someone say disbursals before. But this is probably much more interesting. I would dive into this and get them to talk a little bit more so I can extract the way they describe the pain a bit more and make it a value proposition. Simple and transparent pricing. Free, $2.99, $9.99. I guess that's the Indian rupee. 5 Chit fund. What does that even mean? Like 5 Chit fund. Up to 50 members, basic reporting manual. That's a lot of people in a free tier. same thing. I would probably get rid of the free tier. Make like a symbolic 10 rupees investment to get on top of that, because then you're giving away 50 members with reporting and reminders and email support. That's a bit too generous. I'm curious to see how many users you have, so we can play with that. But that's about it. Let's have a look at the next one. Took. Hello, I'm building Quillia. Hello to you. Let's just close that. A journaling app that turns your daily moments into chapters and images in an ongoing story of your choosing. Think pirate, kobold. Okay, it's a storytelling app. If anyone wants to try, just use and ask the username and password. Okay. Quillia. Okay, interesting pitch. Turns your journaling. Okay, again, I would clarify who can best benefit from that. But I want to try. That got me curious. Blah, blah, blah. Very interesting design for once. It's very different. I like the pixel art. Kind of artistic direction. So that's good points for you. That's a bit disruptive. Choose your theme. Create your character. Okay, video game-ish. Pixel art. I really like the style. I mean, like it or don't, but at least you're polarizing, which is good as well. This is a bit hard to see. The contrast is not great, especially with those gradients and animations. But okay, let's just give it a try with the demo, especially if you're giving away free access. By the way, guys, I really like that. Give me some easy login stuff. That's much easier. I love it. See, you give a test account here. That's so much better. Special point for you. Not now. Why is that even popping again? Boom! Quillia. Loading. Okay. It's a bit sad that we don't have like a proper product. Alright. It's getting interesting. Okay, there's an error here. Just tune down the volume a little bit. Continue your adventure. I'm probably, yeah. I started a new format where I roast startup, pitch, and product. So many people fed me with their, should not make typos here, with their projects. So first thing that I see, as you can tell, I don't see super well, and the contrast with the text in the background is not high enough, so I have a hard time reading my own text. So I would definitely try to fix that. But let's give it a try. It's old school RPG. I love the vibe. Write a chapter. So now that I've done that, should I just validate like that? In the meantime, if you don't know me, and if you just stumble across this video, my name is Riley Giles. I'm a startup advisor and investor, and we are roasting pitches. Today, I started a matching chapter, blah, 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 blue, blah, blah, blue, lore, plus 2 points. Yes, I like getting points. Boom, 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 boom. What am I supposed to do with that? Okay, I'm just going to copy the chapter just in case. Ooh, I like the visual confirmation that is old school. Close, bam, bam, bam. Now, what am I supposed to do with that? Get a scene out of it? What kind of adventure should go kill the go on? Scene. If I click on scene, what is supposed to happen? No. Chapter. No. I'm just going to paste that. Scene. Main scene. Please keep your input under 300. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Minimum 50 characters. I have to type it again. I started a new format on Reddit, roasting, startup, pitch. So many people fed me their pitch. It's insane. So many people Fed me. Scene. Boom. Painting a scene. Let's have a look at that. A few moments later. All right, we have the results. I started a new format on Reddit, blah, blah, blah. Ooh, this is a nice pixel art image matching chapter within a response. Call for the station and my convocation in your blah, 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 blah. Okay. Nice. That's cool. That's really cool. So what am I supposed to do with that download? Okay, I want to download this. Nice. Close this. That's super funny. Let's just get back to the main page. Okay, I like it. So what would be nice in addition to that is probably to show a couple of pictures right at the beginning. Okay, so this is what I get. I like it. Magical features, emerald and stuff like that. Okay, really cool. So what I would ask is somehow a way to get into like a YouTube channel or a newsletter where I could receive curated stories from you guys to whoever is interested in catching up a couple of stories with people who are okay to share some pages of their journal. But that's an interesting project and it's gamified, so you got me. Kudos to you, special points. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. Let's actually try to see Alar. I'm building Finsnap AI, an investment and finance app copilot to help navigate the financials market and make smart investment decisions. Currently, it allows users to extract data from individual articles. Yeah, plus the desired headline reports and update is coming into where users get. Okay, same thing as everyone. I don't understand what problem you are exactly solving here. Yeah. What is the problem that you're solving? Because help navigate financial markets and smart investment decisions. Like there's Bloomberg that does that, and I think it costs $50K per month or something like that. So how are you different from that? And again, who is this for? I don't get it from your pitch. Let's have a look at the app. Okay, it's only an extension. Okay. Okay, is there any... Yeah, homepage. Let's have a look at the homepage. Ooh. Someone's website is sleeping. We are waking up. The Azure database. There we go. Okay, it's live. Never invest alone again. Ooh, that's a much better value proposition. It's so funny that you guys, when you give me the pitch on Reddit, it's kind of falling flat, but you have those great punchlines on your websites. Just reuse them. Turn financial news into actionable insight with a smart copilot by your side. Okay, that makes sense. Still not sure who is it for. I like the never invest alone again. I would double down on that. Get started for free. This picture is not doing you a service. There's way too many information on the page. It's not gonna help. I'm pretty sure if you show that to someone who's not familiar with investing, they'll be like, I have no idea what to do with that. What we offer, from headlines to insights with your AI copilot. Yeah, classic. Newsfeed, headline report, article insight, navigate markets with a trusted copilot. Why is the copilot trusted? Give me the proof. Yeah, not sure I get the value proposition out of it, and it's not clear enough who is it for, and how it's sort of changing my life or making my life easier. Next one. Amazing tools to increase the security of your code, analyze threats, AI code assistant, minifier compressor, etc. Okay, increase the security of your code. That I get. Analyze threats. That I get. AI code assistant, compressors, etc. I get. But who is this for? Because here's the thing. If you're selling this to developers, what kind of developers? If it's indie developers, I'm not sure they'll invest in such a thing. If it's slightly more advanced developers, maybe. If it's like corporate, forget about it. They have crazy tools for that, and your tool needs to have all the certifications and stuff like that. But let's have a look at Here, protect your... Okay, so JavaScript and CSS code like never before. That's a much better value proposition. This is clear. Transform your source code into another blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I hope you have proof for that. Product hunt trending now. Okay, very interesting, very interesting. 10,000 plus developers. Cool. So this is what you say, like trusted by 10,000 plus developers. 0 MS server delay. That's impressive. Enterprise grade protection. You need to prove that. Employs military grade techniques. Yeah, that sounds kind of a bullshit stuff. Bring on the certifications and all these kind of things. Bring me the ISOs and all of that. Classic, template, string encryption, self-defending, domain locking. It's like you're competing against Cloudflare or something like that. You need to prove that you're better than these guys. All features, blah, 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 blah. All features at a glance. Okay, interesting. See the transformation. Okay. Code assistant, AI for code, security, advanced option. Okay, I would probably need a little bit more. Demo, especially if you have like 10,000 developers. I really want to get testimonials and feedback from those guys, because if this is true, if that is true, you have what it takes. Talk to these 10K people. Try to get like a 15-minute conversation with these guys and ask them, how does Obfuscator change your life or change your work? And then write down those sentences and use that as marketing material. Boom. Let's get to the next one. FinancesBox, your financial advisor to help you with your financial planning, investment, getting out of debt, and much more. Oh, that's interesting. Getting out of debt and much more. So now you're refining a little bit more the persona compared to the other guys. Interesting. Financial advisor to help you with your financial planning, investment, getting out of your debt, and much more. Let's have a look at that. You got me curious. Smart financial planning, number 8 on product hunt, with AI technology. Yeah, everyone has AI. Everyone has AI, guys. Just forget about it. Get personalized financial advice, budget planning, investment planning, stuff like that. So I'm not 100% sure because that's not my domain of expertise, but I think that in order to be able to give financial advice, you need a form of certification or stuff like that. So you better want to bring that on, because when you look at all those content on YouTube, they always have the disclaimer that says, this is not a financial advice or stuff like that. And how is it going to work? 50K plus users, I feel like you guys are just dropping those fake numbers. Too big to be true for me. Especially if I don't see any faces of people on the website, no testimonials, no videos. Like I should see like a social media account, like a link, like an Instagram, and I should see like 100 videos of people saying, "Oh, I used FinancialBox, I was 20K in debt, they got me out of it in less than blah blah blah." And I want to see hundreds of videos like that. Otherwise, that sounds very, very scammy. $0 forever, 5 messages per day, blah, blah, blah. That sounds like a lot for a free plan. $14.99 per... Wait, what? That's not clear. Is it per month or is it a one-time $14.99? Because like that slash is very confusing. So if it's $14.99 per month, that's interesting. But yeah, the way you price it, it's kind of strange. Now, if I want to talk to someone, because how am I 100% sure that the AI advice is good? What happened? Is there any like FAQ? Yeah, you see, I'm barely scrolling. I'm scanning and stuff like that because that's how people behave. Yeah, strange. I need way more social proof on this one. That was interesting, but I need way more social proof. Next one. Okay, that's your third pitch, so I'm gonna skip it because I gave you two. So subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want the last one. Told Lime, sorry. Hey, thanks for the opportunity. You're welcome. We are working on a shared space creation tool for external collaborators. Collaborators of what? Of who? Pivoting to agency management, managing freelancers now, since we managed to get bigger startups to use software for months. but testing the waters with a classic low maintenance client portal. Shared space creation tool. It's not very clear, but I saw a couple of keywords. I don't understand what is the problem. I understand a bit who you're helping. External collaborators of agencies. I guess managing freelancers. So you're an agency, but you have a bunch of freelancers and you want to manage them. Okay, but the problem is, what does managing freelancers mean? Is it communicating with them? Is it receiving their invoice and paying them, sending them the work, managing the task? You know, managing is like a filler word, it's a luggage word. You can put so many things into it that you have to be very, very clear about it. But let's have a look at the solution. Manage 10 people without 10 headaches. Yes, I like the design. I like the artistic direction. I like the font. It stands out a bit compared to the other stuff. Your dark light mode is kind of strange. Seems like it doesn't really work. Okay, here it is. Okay, that's white. If I switch to dark. Okay, that's work. Okay, so just the first 2 pages. Okay. Create branded, lightweight, shared spaces for each collaborator, freelancer, or clients. But what is a shared space? I was like, I work with agencies, and I've never heard the CEO of those agencies says, hey, we have shared spaces. Centralized link, file, resources, invoice, minimize back and forth. Provide a branded touch point. Cool. Okay. We have a video. I like it.
You know, sometimes managing all different projects and clients just gets a bit much. All the emails, the files scattered everywhere, trying to track down that one link can really add up, right? So imagine if you could just have one really chill spot for every person or project you're working on. Everything important all in one place. No more endless back and forths, no more digging through old messages. Just a calmer way to keep things together. That's essentially what Tiny Portals does. We help you set up these super simple branded little hubs. You can toss all your important links, files, documents, even invoices. It just makes staying aligned so much smoother without all the usual headache. So if you're feeling that digital overwhelm, stick around and I'll quickly show you how Tiny Portals can make your day a little easier. Let's just jump into the app and see for ourselves. So this is how a portal looks like from inside. Here you have the onboarding, you have notes for general messages, you have resources here, links and files, deliverables, links and files as well, with additional messages.
Bruv, your header looks like a Notion page. You better change that stuff at the top, the header. Otherwise, you're just wrapping a Notion.
Messaging here for approval, correction, and other stuff related to delivering final results. Then we have member section here where you can change access levels and schedule calls with members. Then we have legal section here for legal documents and invoices. Lastly, we have this portal settings for branding and then we will ping you and we will give you access of Daniel's, my co-founder, and my own need, as we're working with multiple clients, managing more. If you are a person who loves more interesting, that's how Tiny Portals was born. I look forward to hearing from you what you think about the app after you join the waitlist and after we give you access. Add us on social media, LinkedIn preferably, and see you in the next video. Ciao.
I like this a lot, but pull this video up. Pull this video up. Let people know that there's a video at the beginning. Now, drop me a couple of testimonials of your freelancers. What is their experience with the platform, so that we can see that you're truly managing that seamlessly and nicely. You're expected to move like a machine, but you're okay. Yeah, honestly, at this point, I don't even need to look at it. I think that the video did a good job. Good, but show me some more testimonials and give me some data, give me some facts, because okay, you get rid of the headache, but that's not just about the headache. There is money saved, there's time saved, there's a mistake saved. You should drop that information. But I really like that. Kudos to you. A strategic intelligence tool for project managers and leaders that connect with collaboration tools such as Slack, Jira, Asana together, etc. Together to present project insight surface. Whoa, man, you lost me. There's so many complex words. Strategic intelligence, project managers, leaders, connect, collaboration, insight, gather. Woo, man. Your value proposition is not clear. So it says Slack. Let's just have a look at the website. Let's just give it a second chance. What is that? Okay, so it's a bit hard to see here. I don't know if it's because of the way the stuff is shaped. Let me drag a little bit of the text here. Maybe probably zoom out a little bit. Yeah, it's probably because of that. Okay. What if you never had to ask what's the status ever again? Okay, see, this is so much clearer. I don't get it, guys. Like, use your own websites when you communicate your value proposition. Don't make up new value proposition. Lead projects and teams with clarity, not chaos. Man, this is good. This is good. Say that when you have to pitch your stuff. I don't see why you feel obliged to say things differently. You have good value propositions. Just repeat them. Repeat them. Everything has already been said, but because people don't listen, we have to repeat. So repeat that. Lead project and teams with clarity and not chaos, so that you'll never have to say what's the status ever again. Boom, and then you got me. Now just add who is it for. Arna connects to your tools, understand your project, context, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's good. Man, that's good. You spend more time hunting for updates than making decisions. Yes, that is a problem I can understand and resonate with. Fragmented communication, disconnected tools, manual project ops. Unify text to all your tools. I like it. For leaders ready to scale without losing control. I would just niche down a little bit because there are a lot of kinds of leaders. Leaders of what? Agencies, tech startups, working on what kind of projects, so that you can get it down. Okay, I see some data here. Less time on admin tasks. 4 times stakeholder reporting. I like it. 10 tools integrated. Okay, I like it. The fact that you have a waiting list. Special point for you. Boom, 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 boom. Ready to bring clarity. Okay, I like it. I like it. Just save that pitch in your head instead of making a new one when you are just presenting this to me. Okay, next one. It's a consumer protection app that protects people from false advertising, world of scratcher tickets and odds, blah, 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 blah. Yep, I get it. I'd love visibility and also feedback. So here's the visibility. SavvyScratch. P.S. I mostly encourage people not to play at all. Are these EV games? Everything else people do. I have no idea what EV games are these. I have no idea. What's EV games? They're gonna see that in the video. Beam. Okay, let's have a look at their website. Know the best scratch-offs today in seconds. SavvyScratch scans every game and labels them as good and bad, so you stop wasting money and play smarter. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Okay, I'm a bit confused by your pitch because it's like a customer protection app, but when I look at it, it says, so you stop wasting money and play smarter. Okay, so I'm not familiar with scratch offs. I have no idea what that is. Oh yeah, okay, is those okay? I see. Is those guard? Okay, got it. Boom. Why waste money on bad tickets? So most of play lows because they pick tickets randomly without the right data. Is it even possible to predict that? That's the hardware for you. So what, you calculate the esperance of a game so that you can tell. Let me see. Yeah, okay, that's what you're doing. Okay, you're calculating the statistical esperance. Okay. Cool. Interesting. We are coming to your state soon. Okay, interesting. Oh, that's a bold guarantee. Play smarter, not just with pennies. Real-time odds update. Okay. I think this is a very tricky project because you're into the gambling business. It's probably regulated, so I'll double check that. I didn't know that it was possible to calculate the esperance of a game. So that's definitely a great thing. Like if you're really doing it, that could be an interesting way of having a look at that. Now, yeah, I'm definitely not the target, so I can't really tell if it's a deep pain or not. But if it is, like, you may be onto something. I'm curious, if you're watching this video, let me know how many people you talk to and how have you qualified this problem. Let's move to the next one. Charlotte. Canvas for your many minds. How do you know we have many people in my head? That gives each of the 17 see, exactly that. 17. That's exactly how many there are. You got it. Let's have a look at that. Okay, that's a funny pitch. That got my attention. So I can't see that stuff properly. Yeah, but I don't think people really look at it this way. So that's kind of strange. Welcome, founder. I can't read. The contrast is terrible. Vista is your AI expert. Don't call it Vista. People will remember Windows Vista, and that's a very bad memory. Just get it out there. Get it out there. Remove it. AI-powered assistant. Everyone has AI-powered assistant. Infinite Canva workspace. Real-time collaboration. Blah, blah, blah. A new philosophy for software. Your mind is the model. I need a demo. I need a demo. You're really reading my mind. I love it. Is there any sound? Let me double check. Am I on the right stuff here? Yeah, I'm on the right stuff. No sound, man. I need sound. Walk me through that stuff. What did I just watch? Vision mobiles with custom keyboard. I have no idea what I just watched. I don't even know. Yeah, what's the point of that video? Let me give it a try with the other one. What? This is called text replacement. Like, what? What? I don't get it. Man, I don't get the value proposition. What problem are you solving and how? Because right now it's really confusing. Really confusing. Like, send me a DM. Let's have a look at the next one. Build this. It's Bloomberg terminal for Polymarket. Okay, I understand Bloomberg terminal. I understand Polymarket. Yes. It builds insights around any Polymarket event in real-time data for some. But isn't Polymarket its own Bloomberg terminal? I'm not an expert, but answer me that in the comments. Okay, let's have a look at that. But what problem is it solving though? Let's have a look. Prediction markets. PolyTerm. For me, it looks like Polymarket. Okay, let's just click on one stuff. Real-time analysis and insight. I don't get it. I'm sorry, I really don't get it. Is it like a wrapper of Polymarket, and how is that different? Like, let me know in the comments. Choop, choop. Hello, thanks for the opportunity. You are welcome. I'm working on a tool that helps your business, my business, go live under 60 seconds. Damn. I need to look at that. I hope this is not a boilerplate. Your business live online in 60 seconds. Create your website by chatting to an... See? Man, I knew it. You got me hyped. You got me hyped here, and then I'm here. That's not a business. Like, a business is not a website. I was expecting something that I would type it in, and it's gonna create my LLC, register my trademarks, and blah blah blah, because that's what business means. Like, that's not my business. A website is not a business. Disappointed. I don't even want to type anything right now. You got my hopes super high, and then boom. Product of the day. Nice. Okay, seems like you got some good stuff in there. Website in 30 seconds. Okay, nice. The landing page here is not great. I like more what I see when I'm scrolling. Create stunning websites just from a text prompt. This is a clearer value proposition. And you just add in seconds. Like, if you take this and you put in seconds and you put it all the way to the top, that's much better than creating a business. Oh, I found a video. I like it.
Website.
I like it. And the reason why I like it is because you're making the classic mistake of trying to sell access to the tool. You should transform this into a service. Start with a service. What I mean by that is I will take my laptop And I would go to every single restaurant in town, knock at their door and say, hey, you don't have a website, or you have a crappy website, right? Why is that? Whatever the answer they tell you, you say, hey, we can build you a website in less than 5 minutes for $50 or for $100. What is your pricing right now? $24 a month. Boom, we can build your website right now in less than 5 minutes for $20. If yes, like, bring me the manager, bring me the boss. Build a website on your computer live, show them and say, do you want it? It's $50, it's $30. $30 to get the website, and then you get a subscription for the rest. And you get them to pay live in the restaurant, in the bakery, in the shoe shop, whatever. And start with the service. Don't get them to like use the stuff and prompt an AI. Nobody knows how to do that in real life. This is just us geeks. So go with the service first. Like it. Change your value proposition in the beginning. And yeah, change me that. You're not helping you create a business. That's not true. Build for HDAD minds. Am I one? I don't know. Simple turns chaos into structure, but that, at least you're clarifying your persona. So you get special points for that. You get special points for that. A smart planner with visual timelines focused around. Okay. Currently live on the App Store. Okay. I'm going to give you thoughts. I'm going to have a look at that. App Store. ADHD structure planner. Okay, so I would have to download the application, but I'm not going to do that right now. Pomodoro timer, blah 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 blah. Let's just have a look at the reviews. You have 7 ratings. That's not enough. That's definitely not enough. And I'm probably think like you only have 5-star ratings, which clearly means we know how you got them. Yeah, get more people out of there. Get more people. Get more people. Daily goals and streaks and blah blah blah. Now the question is how is that? Number 1, ADHD planner app. I didn't even know that there was such a thing. Yeah, what is the results? Like, I'm curious. Thousands of users worldwide. I need to start some marketing campaign, to be honest. Okay, so now we can talk. So if you have thousands of users, you want to reach out to those folks and get into a conversation with them, like a 5-10 minute video conversation, and ask them how's their life and how has the app changed and transformed their life. Did they get any value or benefit with that? What would be nice is that if you can locate the folks that are in your city, in your town, so you can invite them for a coffee, it's even better. And for those that you can only reach out remotely, then get on a Google Meet, give them a voucher of whatever, Netflix, Apple, Starbucks, you name it, for having this 15 to 30 minute conversation. Record it and collect that juicy feedback, because this is going to help you do the marketing. That's how you want to do that. I hope that helps. There we go. I'm building ContactJournalists.com, a simple way for founders to get press. If you've got a startup or SaaS product, you'll receive live alerts from journalists requesting news stories in your niche, get featured. Okay, that's really cool. A simple way for founders to get PR, to get visibility, to get attention, because press doesn't mean that much. But I understand your value proposition. I understand your avatar, startup and SaaS project, founders of SaaS, startup and SaaS projects. So that's really good, really good. You get points for that. Let's have a look at the website real quick. Find journalists, pitch better, get press. Find journal. So I would slightly shift the stuff, because finding journalists is an output and what you want is the outcome. What I mean by that is, as a founder, I'm not interested in finding a journalist. As a founder, I'm interested in having a journalist write a story about my project. You see the difference? Finding a journalist is a feature of your service, but that's not the ultimate goal. And what you want to advertise the ultimate goal. Just like you don't want to sell a plane ticket, you want to sell the destination. Your find a journalist, find a YouTuber is the plane ticket. What is the destination? The destination is get people to talk about you on the internet. get free visibility, get free authority, or paid visibility, paid authority, etc. That's what you want to change. AI powered, we don't care. AI powered. I mean, unless you have built this AI from the ground up and Sam Altman says, man, I'm so impressed by their AI. I just want to acquire them, but they don't want to. Otherwise, just forget about it. Blah, 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 blah. Try the pitch generator, how it works. Boom, 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 boom. Pounds. Okay, that's the Brit project. Man, show me the results. Show me the results. Show me people who got PR'd. Show me journalists and TikTokers who build stuff for these folks. Let me just see. Get started. Is it already live? That's smart. Okay, you haven't built it. Great. That's a great thing. But you still want to go out there and get some stories and videos made by TikTokers, like fully manually, so that you can show the proof. You can show the proof of concept. That's essential. But I like the fact that you built a waiting list. That's smart. Cool, cool, cool. Let's move to next. Oh wait, have we finished? Is it the last one? Shit. All right. Oh no, it's not the last one. Okay. Quiz, booth, games, AI powered trivia builder that generates custom. Sorry. AI powered trivia builder that generates custom questions for your booth to attract crowd, entertain. Blah blah. Wait a minute. Trivia builder to help you attract crowd, entertain, booth, quiz, booth, games. Okay, I don't get it. I understand create trivia games for your business. That's so much easier. Why don't you just say that? Engage your customers through play. That's so much better. Guys, don't reinvent your value proposition. Copy paste it. Why choose quiz booth? AI powered. That's not a feature. Why AI powered questions are better than human questions? You have to prove this to me. Lead capture. Okay. Easy sharing. Trivia games. Okay. Pop quiz. Okay. Okay. Let's just give it a try. Let's give it a try. It's a game. I like games. It's just it. Which PlayStation console was there first to introduce online gaming capitalism PlayStation Network? Ooh, that's a great question. I would probably say PlayStation 2. Shit, that was PlayStation 3. I'll probably cut this. Continue. Was the original code name for the PlayStation during development? Oh man, I have no idea. PlayStation CD-ROM systems. Super Disc. I'm terrible at this. Please. Don't unsubscribe from my channel, guys. I'm a startup advisor. Which of these PlayStation games hold Guinness World Record for most Game of the Year awards? Oh, man. I would say God of War. Damn. Can I get a point? What was that? Last of Us? Okay. What year the PlayStation Plus Sony subscription service first launched? Man, this I'm gonna fail. I'm just gonna go 2014 because I have no idea. 2010. Come on, just give me one good point, man. Which PlayStation console introduced dual shock controller? It's not the first one for sure. I hesitate between the 2 and the 3. PlayStation 2. I would say PlayStation 2. Original? No way. Oh man, I'm so bad at this. But subscribe to my channel. What was the original name for PlayStation console? Okay, so now it's a Sony Entertainment System. Sorry, it was initially created by. It was initially a featuring with Nintendo. That's true. Which PlayStation console was the first to introduce online gaming capabilities through PlayStation Network? Have we answered that? Yeah. So I see what you did there. I like it. Cool. That's funny. That was legit funny. Here's how I would market it. Create live videos. Create TikToks of you playing this game and then answering that stuff. And at the end, you just look at the camera and say, I got 8 points in the PlayStation contest. Can you do better than me? Prove it. Go to the website and do that. And so get people to film themselves filling the questions. And then do live events. Do live events where people can just go onto the platform and do those trivia games. That's how you're gonna win. That's how you're gonna win it. I like it. Points for you guys. I had a really good time. So I'm going to shout out to you guys. That's Quiz Booth Beta. Give it a try. Give it a try. Nice. All right. So the last one was Maxi Maze. So let's have a look at that. Let me pause here. Boom. Okay, next one. For some reason, I didn't got these ones. So let's get done. Okay, so next one, we're a husband and wife team building. I like it. Shout out to you guys. Privacy first tool that turns Git commits into clean, well-written Word documentation so dev can show their impact without writing brag codes. But do they have to write comments? That's the question. I don't understand the value proposition because the first thing is the privacy first, then it's well-written code Word documentations. So I don't understand the value proposition, but likely we have. Okay, I'm gonna give you a like. Boom. Boom. Let's go. Okay. I'm starting to get it, but I think it's a bit clumsy. Let's have a look at the website. Never forget what you've accomplished. Automatically track your work achievements from Git commits. Always be ready for stand-ups, one-on-one, and performance reviews. I like it. I think you can make it even clearer. Because what is the number one problem you have? Is that I'm a software engineer, so I've seen that a lot. The thing is, coding is a mental activity that takes a lot of mental space, and you don't necessarily have the mental bandwidth to then write reports and present what you have done, etc., etc. So, I see where you're going with this. But I think it needs a little bit of fine-tuning. So what I would say is have a conversation with, I don't know how many users you have, but have a conversations with developers and ask them, okay, what is your problem with documentation? What is your problem with getting ready for stand-ups and one-on-ones? How do you feel when you're tracking your achievement, these kind of things, and collect their verbatims? Like, how do they describe that themselves? And then focus on that. The other thing that doesn't really show out from the demo is the time saved. So if you can give us a before and after comparison, something very simple with this is on average how much time developers have to take in addition to writing the code to get these things done, so that they can understand, okay, if I use Bragdog, it's going to save me 5 hours that I can dedicate into writing more quality code, or just getting better prepared. Or the other thing is, if you can have testimonials of developers who said, hey, I just nailed my one-on-one because I use Bragdog, and that's how I got to use it. Because then it's going to help. Shout out to Bragdog. Boom. Next one. I built a newsletter that teaches people money-making skills to make their first $1,000. Currently inside your newsletter, we are teaching people how to be copywriters for free, giving them templates and blah, blah, blah. I like it. You know what? I like it. Let me give a good shout out to that. Okay, we are in the Micro SaaS subreddit, so we slightly outside of the scope, but I want to shout out this because this is actually a zero code solution. And that's the classic mistake a lot of founders are making, is that they absolutely want to build programs and application and coded stuff. And sometimes a newsletter is enough to get value to the customer. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what you're building, it's the value you're providing. So I like it. I gave you I don't know how to write, special kudos. You'll see that in the video. Boom. Let's have a look at that. So what I would do though is niche down the people, because people is anyone, and that's too much. You want to start with a small group of people. Let's have a look at the website. Hustlers. Curated by expert. They digest all you need to know. You see, this is the first time that the opposite happens. I actually prefer your pitch here than what is on here, because this says nothing. Like, this says nothing. Your pitch is much more clearer. Teaching people how to be a copywriter for free, giving out free templates and many more so they can make their first $1,000 fast. That's your value proposition. This should be in here. Definitely. Man. I was really proud of you. You got me. You let me down. You let me down. But that's some good start. That's some good start. Next one. Building Finsnap. Okay, this one we've done. Quillia we've done. And boom, here's a little hidden one. Let's have a look at that. Thanks for the opportunity. You are welcome. My app, brandkernel.io, gonna help founders find clarity through guided AI conversation. Disrupt brand consulting. Very interesting. Help founders. It would be nice to niche it down to what kind of founders. Are we talking tech founders, service founders, hospitality business founders? Could be nice to like tune it down a little bit. You want to start with a small group of people and deliver the best service and then scale it to more people, as opposed to trying to sell it to anyone right at the beginning and just having nothing. But very clear value proposition. Kudos for that. Let's have a look at the website. Finally, the AI dialogue that builds your brand and changes everything. The website is kind of strange. Is it maybe just me because I'm... Yeah, it's probably me. Finally, the AI dialogue. Nah. That's what I call Apple stuff. You're not at Apple level. You have to be way more explicit and unambiguous. You're a billion entrepreneur, lost in the noise, seeking traction, client growth. One dialogue with her. This is fire. This is good. This should be your highlight. This should be your highlight, because now I want to know more. Because I feel like I'm an entrepreneur lost in the noise. I feel like I'm seeking tractions in clients and growth. I want to talk to your AI. Now I want to talk. 162 people have joined. This should be bigger. This should be way bigger. Join the waiting list. That's really good. That's really good. Yeah, the demo, honestly, I'm not usually convinced by those things. You've tried everything, but you're still stuck, still invisible. Yeah, you seems like to be a marketing guy with psychology skills for freelancers, for founders, for creators, transform. Yeah, that's good. After 20 years of brand consulting, I discovered the secret of this. Okay, that's good. Clarity manifesto. What we stand for. Okay, so what's missing here is a little bit of human touch. I know you're selling a UI. I know you're selling an AI project, but it would be nice to hear it from the CEO or hear one from one of the founders. See what we can do from that. Your clarity investment. Early founder pricing. Okay, your pricing pages are very strange. Very strange. One investment, lifetime charity. Yeah, I would redesign that. That's a bit strange. That's a bit weird layout. Latest insights. Is it a work in progress? Like those the red stuff looks like fake or work in progress. So you better want to fix that. But your website is a bit too long. You can probably make it shorter and narrow it down to the good stuff. See, this looks better than your previous layout. So you probably want to stick to that. Brand kernel. Cool, not bad. I would definitely jump into the waiting list if I was one of your target members, because I would be curious to see what. But give me a little bit of human conversation. That is going to help. Next all. Boom. That's it for today's video. That was the last pitch. So let me know in the comments down below if you like this kind of format, if you want to see more, if that was useful to you. That was Riley, your favorite startup investor, and see you on the next one. But until then, boom.